The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. The Golden Gophers will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the USC Trojans offense will take the first swing of the game. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
Looking for room. It's high. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. At the 45, on his way. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Might as well give it to him again. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
Handoff to the lone back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this.
Just steamrolling the defense. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, USC!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with chicken wings.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Golden Gophers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got his man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Fires left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
When QBs are able to do this and just pull it down after he's sat back there in the pocket a little bit and go make plays, so frustrating for a defense. If I blitz and play man-to-man, nobody's looking at the QB. He can make a big play. If I sit back, he can still scramble, run up.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
He'll take the deep shot. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Good news for this offense is it hasn't taken them a long time to get into a rhythm in the passing game. That's already his 100th completion on the season. He'll put up some big numbers this year if they keep up at this pace.
On the ground, it's Benedict. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Oh, it's a reverse. Dances away from the D. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Minnesota! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Off the play fake on 1st down. Getting some heat. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to the air one more time. He's got it down the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Keene. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Slings it downfield. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. From the gun, looking for a man. They get to him as he throws. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Number 12.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the point after is good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going for it all. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. The Trojans want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He's not afraid to go deep. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, we've been looking forward to this one all week. A fun start to things in L.A. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play and you knew it was going to be a pass, you cover everything short, but then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
They believe they can run right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You don't allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Some misdirection with the counter. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll try it again. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Trojans will have a first down. In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches, and they had to go for it, and they made it.
If I lost a bunch of weight, I'd be skinny, but I didn't. So go for it every single time. I love it.
Looking to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Finds the tight end. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll come out throwing on first down. He lets one fly deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. Minnesota has it back and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step too here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
You've got a third and manageable back up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. He'll keep it himself. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Steps away. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's John. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Off the play fake. Dances away from the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage. And when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Catch in the middle. It's Key. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had Keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. Pulls it and fires to the left. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Quick timeout call. Stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Trojans decide to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Trying to find his man on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Got a man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. On 4th down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite them. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave the stadium with a double.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Well, look